Hello ladies and gentlefish, welcome back to the Ray Aquatics YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys a little bit about my jungle here in the corner, as well as a couple of my other aquariums here in the fish room, and why having live plants growing outside of the aquarium is such a big part of what I do here. Stay tuned. This little corner of my room where I've got my goldfish and turtle ponds. This is about a 50-gallon little round pond here with plant shelves that you guys may have seen in some of my videos years ago, where I used to have this at the other house filled with, all manners of crap. But now it's become a lush tropical jungle. It didn't start off like this, the plants slowly but surely grown. But basically I've got many different species of plants. Pothos, we've got lucky bamboo over there, there's peace lilies, and then I've got my variegated monstera, as well as my huge regular monstera deliciosa. My hand for scale with the leaves here. This thing is absolutely insane. Like, look at this double leaf look at this leaf right here with three fenestrations, the little holes on the leaf. It's kind of crazy. But this guy has no soil and is fully planted on this piece of wood all the way in the back there. You can see that's one of its air roots reaching all the way down from that node up there, going all the way down back into the water, and you can see my moss covered log and all of that, as well as this little garbage can filter I had built years ago has become absolutely infested with pothos and water wisteria and moss, so I just kind of leave it. Same thing with this bog filter here. You can see all the wonderful pothos, and there's actually a whole mess of hair algae growing inside of the sump. And, well, there's no hair algae growing in the turtle pond, but there all is hair algae growing in the sump. And basically, it kind of acts as a natural, mechanical, and biological filter, where it traps the particles within the water, and then it, detoxifies them, and the plant eats it for itself. So by utilizing live plants like this, especially the live plants that come up and out of the water, you can create a very sustainable ecosystem. Now look, this is where you guys might hate me. I have not done a water change on this pond in probably a good, I almost want to say a year now, probably more like 8 months. But it's been definitely months and months and months with no water change. I mean, for the level of goldfish I have in here, nitrates are acceptable. They're around 60. But as another example, turn around here, we've got my pond aquarium, I like to call it, because it's my 40-gallon low boy, as well as I've got all the wonderful plants growing out of it. See, I've got another flowering peace lily where the flowers actually turned into leaves and they're photosynthesizing. We've got pothos again, lucky bamboo, water wisteria. We've got philodendron 6986. That's its actual name. It's an interesting plant. As you can see, I've kind of gotten into the plants here. But, we've still got our wonderful aquatic plants. Cryptocornine, submerged water wisteria. There's a little bit of octopus plant and red tiger lotus. Oh, wow, really bad glare. Here, let's go from up above. You can see my leaf litter, the reflection of the light, obviously, and my wonderful, wonderful plants. Now see, we even got these mangroves growing out of here, as well as in the turtle pond. The mangroves, a lot of people think that they can only grow in salt water, but when they grow in salt water, they just take the fresh water out of it. So the mangroves even do another good job of providing nutrient export. And you can see, even in my tanks that are less, well, lush and crazy, I still have plants growing out of it. Now the 200-gallon aquarium here, if we walk around to the back, you can see what I got going on up here. This is my DIY plant box filter. You can barely see the box anymore, but it's just a windowsill planter. I drilled 2 bulkheads into the end of it, and I've got a pump going into one side, so the water gets pumped up from the tank, goes through my the roots of the plants. I have them planted inside of lava rock, so it acts as biological filtration as well. And then the water just falls back in the aquarium. for these guys. But basically, this plant, I believe this is the Hawaiian pothos. It's huge. This stuff acts as great nutrient export and is slowly but surely covering the entire top lid of this aquarium. And well, I'm just gonna let it. So you got a nice little hanging dangly over here. Might need to cut it and bring it over. But yeah, man, that's the plants on this 200-gallon aquarium here. Like I said in the last video, eventually I will be planting the inside of it. Stay tuned for that. I gotta get 100 pounds of pool filter sand to be able to do that. You know, money is an object here for me, guys. But, you know, we even got my Swiss cheese philodendron here. We've got this new variety of pothos. This is the Lizard Queen pothos. It's quite beautiful, But the crazier varieties of plants you get, guys, like this variegated monstera, that thing, I didn't buy it, but it cost $100 just for the dang plant, guys. And when you buy plants that have the crazy white leaves and the variegations and stuff like that, believe it or not, they actually grow slower than the green plants, because all this white stuff, well, those are mutations. They're not supposed to be there. We breed it like that because it looks pretty. But to be honest with you, in terms of the productivity for an aquarium, they don't grow as quick. They won't pull as much nutrients out of the water. So you're better off getting the classic green-leafed variety. They're also cheaper than getting the crazy variegations or the Lizard Queens or whatever. I mean, I really do like the Lizard Queen. It's kind of pretty. But look, that's just me, guys, the plant keeper Raymond here. We also got giant bird of paradise. This ain't growing in water or anything. This was my grandfather's plant. And, you know, keeping it alive for the old man here. But, yeah, this thing's huge, too. It's almost touching the ceiling. Going to take that outside in the summer. And, of course, the snake plants, we were reviving them for my stepfather here. But, yeah, no, man, plants. It's good stuff. So, plants, guys, that's kind of the big secret here, is just a lot of live plants. Like, we've got even the plants inside the tanks. Most people like to keep the plants inside of the tanks just for the look of it, you know, because it's a nice aesthetic. You can get a beautiful planted aquarium. Me, I'm lazy. So I like to not only use plants for the aesthetic of having a wonderful planted tank, but I like to use them to work for me, so I just got to do less work here in the fish room. Because look, with 14 plus aquariums, you know, I don't want to have to be doing water changes all the time. So, plants, baby. That's why I have my little experiment with the cichlid tank, putting plants in there. And, you know, that's why if they don't got a plant in there, in my opinion, it's not an aquarium. Even like I said, with the Oscars, there's no excuse. You even watch Dustin's Fish Tank's new video with his Oscar scape, having plants growing out of this tank. It's the same thing, baby. If you don't have plants in your tank, what are you doing? You could have plants with any fish, nearly any fish. Look, I got them with goldfish. I got it with African cichlids, South American cichlids. There's no excuse, people. Keep your dang plants. But, yeah, you know. I mean, I could go into more in depth. If you guys want a video of me going crazy in depth with all my theories on plants and stuff like that, you know, let me know. I just wanted to make a quick little update video showing you guys more in depth of how I've been getting into keeping a planted aquarium. Whereas you see most people on the internet, they're making beautiful aquascapes with all, you know, the different types of rocks and CO2 and all of that. You know, I just kind of use the plants to work with me. I follow nature, baby. I ain't buying things. I ain't going crazy. The only things I'm buying is the plants themselves. Seems to work out. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, you know, hit that like and subscribe button and all that. Look at these beautiful Nereid cichlids. They finally come out in their full color for you. Look at my two dominant males in here. Beautiful. But like I said, if you guys like that video, you know, like the video, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff. Ray Aquatics is going to be making a comeback here on YouTube. It's going down, baby. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.